I want to thank you all for joining us today as we highlight National Registered Apprenticeship Appreciation and Awareness Week, which is November 13th through the 19th. And today, two well-known companies with large footprints in Iowa will be signing their registered apprenticeship standards. And that's Wells Fargo and Tyson Foods, and they are industry leaders in the financial services as well as advanced manufacturing sectors. And while Iowa is working hard to grow more, registered apprenticeship programs. A registered apprenticeship is an employer-driven training program that combines on-the-job training and learning with classroom instruction. These apprentices are able to earn a paycheck from day one. The program is a proven solution for recruiting, training, and retaining world-class talent in our state. As of November 2nd, Iowa had 846 active registered apprenticeship programs and 8,720 active registered apprentices. Iowa is a national leader for offering registered apprenticeship opportunities, and I'm proud to say that recently I was appointed to serve on the President's Task Force on Apprenticeship Expansion. And really what that means is this is an incredible opportunity for Iowa to showcase our leadership in promoting and expanding registered apprenticeship programs. So really the state of Iowa got tapped to serve on that task force. We're also highlighting Apprenticeship Week to encourage more businesses and job seekers to consider registered apprenticeship opportunities. Investing in registered apprenticeship is good for Iowa businesses currently facing a skills gap, which we hear every day as we travel across the state of Iowa. Customized training that meets industry standards and is tailored to specific needs of businesses results in a highly skilled employees. Registered apprenticeship pairs an apprentice with an experienced mentor and supplements with coursework. The program also provides enhanced employee retention. As I indicated earlier, and 91% of apprentices are still employed 9 months later. Other benefits include a safer working environment, and the program creates a stable and reliable pipeline of qualified workers. Registered apprenticeships are another way for us to reach our Future Ready Iowa goal, which is 70% of Iowans in the workforce having education or training beyond high school by the year 2025. So the Future Ready Iowa Alliance just made 5 recommendations to help us reach that goal. And the registered apprenticeship program aligns with the 3rd recommendation, which is to expand high quality work-based learning experiences in high demand careers to all students, but especially those who are underserved. There are hundreds of career paths to choose from, including jobs in trades, IT, healthcare, transportation, and many more. In many cases, the registered apprenticeship sponsor pays for the training cost, which means little or no educational debt. Registered apprentices also may have the opportunity to earn college credit. After completing the program, a registered apprentice receives a nationally recognized certificate of completion from the U.S. Department of Labor. The registered apprenticeship earn and learn model is a great career path for all job seekers, from recent high school graduates to adults looking for something new. Last October, just to show some of the things that we've been involved with, Iowa's registered apprenticeship program received a boost through a $1.8 million grant from the U.S. Department of Labor. The Lieutenant Governor is going to talk about one component that were able to use that for, which involves our high school students. And it's really helped us grow our registered apprenticeship effort. On Iowa Workforce Development is partnering with the Department of Labor's Office of Apprenticeship, as well as the Department of Iowa Economic Development Authority. And thanks, Beth and Debbie, for being here and for all of your great work and really help coordinating the apprenticeship program. You two have been stallers in really helping us move that, and I'm so appreciative of your work. And with that, I'll turn it over to the Lieutenant Governor.
Thank you, Governor, and good morning. As part of National Registered Apprenticeship Week, I will have the opportunity to visit 4 successful registered apprenticeship programs here in Iowa. Later today, I will visit Alliant Energy's technical training facility in Marshalltown to see how gas and electric registered apprentices are trained. And tomorrow, I'll visit 2 quality pre-apprenticeship programs, one at Central Campus in Des Moines and another at Murphy Tower Service in Norwalk. I'm told I may actually have the opportunity to climb the tower, the training tower at that Murphy Tower visit, so that one could be interesting. I'll visit a unique registered apprenticeship program as well, the Madison County Winery in St. Charles. I'll learn about the Iowa Wine Growers Association's Cellar Worker and Winemaker Registered Apprenticeship Program. 3 of these programs benefit from the Iowa Apprenticeship Act. The act was passed in 2014 to increase the number of registered apprentices in Iowa by assisting programs with training grants. Grants are administered by the Iowa Economic Development Authority and the U.S. Department of Labor's Office of Apprenticeship. There's $3 million available every year for registered apprenticeship program grants, and the funding goes a long way. In fiscal year 2017, grants supported 502 registered apprenticeship programs in the state and 5,464 registered apprentices. That's a 35% increase in apprentices over fiscal year 16. I mentioned I'm visiting Central Campus tomorrow. Central Campus in Des Moines is unique in that it was the first Iowa high school to create a registered apprenticeship program. They received an award this year after creating a registered apprenticeship program with 2 occupations, welding and child care development specialist. So I'm looking forward to learning more about those programs. We're also encouraging pre-apprenticeship programs as well. They prepare Iowans to meet the basic qualifications for entry into full registered apprenticeship programs. The Governor's STEM Advisory Council in 2016 awarded funding to 4 schools to pilot a new quality pre-apprenticeship model. Those schools were Boone High School, Muscatine High School, Spencer High School, and Waukee Apex. These programs were funded with $200,000 from a $1.8 million federal grant and are focused on high-demand STEM-related occupations such as plumbing, electrical manufacturing, construction, and technology. One quality pre-apprenticeship model is Iowa Jobs for America's Graduates, or IJAG, and we have some representatives here today. IJAG has a proven track record of reaching middle and high school students, especially in ensuring they get their first critical credential, a high school diploma. That Murphy Tower visit in Norwalk is an IJAG program, so I'm looking forward to that visit as well. And with that, I'd like to invite Greer Sisson to the podium. Greer is the State Director for the U.S. Department of Labor's Office of Apprenticeship.
Good morning. National Apprenticeship Week is a national celebration that offers our leaders in businesses, labor, economic authority, workforce development, education, and our other critical partners a chance to express their support for registered apprenticeship. And Governor Reynolds, Lieutenant Governor Gregg, it's an honor to be here, and I want to take this opportunity to thank you for your support for registered apprenticeship. The Office of Apprenticeship administers and oversees registered apprenticeship programs to include, but not limited to, registering apprenticeship programs that meet federal and state guidelines. Today, I have the privilege of introducing Lance Laverne, Senior Vice President, Enterprise Talent Acquisition and Strategy Practice for Wells Fargo, and Lottie Jemison, Human Resource Director for Tyson Foods. Wells Fargo and Tyson's Foods will be signing their apprenticeship standards, making them registered apprenticeship program sponsors. Program registration means the program has met national and independent standards for quality and vigor. Registration tells prospective employers, customers, and suppliers that their businesses invest in a skilled workforce and believes employees are their most important asset.
Thank you, Greer. Good morning, everyone. I am extremely honored to be here. As the son of a retired Air Force captain who served for 23 years, it is really an honor to be here to celebrate National Apprenticeship Week, and Wells Fargo is extremely pleased to be a part of this celebration. You know, for more than 165 years, Wells Fargo has been helping military members, veterans, and their families succeed financially. And that support has come in a variety of different ways, including initiatives to recruit and retain veterans through funding from our foundation and countless hours of volunteer work from Wells Fargo team members. And since 2012, Wells Fargo has committed more than $100 million to support the military community through financial education, career initiatives and development opportunities, and housing initiatives. And in 2012, we also decided that we wanted to be a part of the solution in helping communities succeed. So we launched the Military and Veteran Affairs Initiative Program, which is our attempt to reach out to those families, veterans, military members who are experiencing financial distress. Now, in 2014, November of 2014, Wells Fargo made a public commitment to increase our team member veteran population to 20,000 by the year 2020. And part of that initiative includes launching the Apprenticeship USA program for military veterans that is available to veterans both within Wells Fargo and outside of Wells Fargo. And it was only natural for us to launch this program with veterans because we truly value the skills and qualities that veterans bring to our organization. If you talk to any of our team members who work with veterans at Wells Fargo or hiring managers who have brought them into the organization, they will tell you that our veterans are critical and strategic thinkers. They are team players. They are diligent. They are hardworking. They are mission driven, which means that they focus on a task until it's completed. And those qualities and attributes align beautifully with Wells Fargo's own vision and values. So it really is a good match for us. Another appealing aspect of the apprenticeship model is that for eligible veterans, they are able to use their GI Bill or vocational rehabilitation benefit to provide a tax-free additional supplement to what they already earn as an apprentice with Wells Fargo, which is a terrific benefit of the program. So we currently have apprenticeship opportunities in a number of our lines of business across our footprint, across the United States, and we are looking to expand and grow that program. Right now, all of our apprenticeship opportunities are available on our careers page and our jobs website. And as I mentioned, they're open to all veterans, both inside of Wells Fargo and those who are looking to join us. So if you or anyone you know is interested in an apprenticeship opportunity at Wells Fargo, you can go to our careers page, search for apprentice, and all of our current opportunities will be available there for you to see. So again, on behalf of my colleagues here who have joined me, we are extremely proud that Wells Fargo has been able to participate in this celebration. We couldn't be more excited about our apprenticeship program, and we look forward to continuing to serve military members, veterans, and their families. With that, I'd like to turn it over to Lonnie Jepson.
Good morning. I want to thank you all for attending this ceremony. The process to become a nationally recognized registered apprenticeship program employer has taken some time and involved a lot of moving parts. Not everyone who had a part to play in this was able to be here today, but I want to pay special thanks to the staff at Iowa Central Community College, Des Moines Area Community College, Hawkeye Community College, and Muscatine Community College for partnering with us on our apprenticeships. A special thanks to Jim Whiteman for his patience and guidance as he walked us through the registration process. Within Tyson Foods pork operation, we realize that we have a very critical need for apprentices in the maintenance departments of our operations. We're not the only company with this need. As with many companies in our industry and other industries, we feel that shortage when filling critical roles that allow our plants to perform optimally. We realized early on that we needed to create a new pipeline to grow highly skilled technicians, and we also recognized the need for more skills-based training. And we also see a need for more career opportunities for non-traditional students. As one of the largest food companies in the world, we know finding potential team members with those technical skills can sometimes be difficult. The Registered Apprenticeship Program was the right option for us for that model. Today, with the hard work of so many people that made it possible, we're here to officially sign Tyson Foods in as a Registered Apprenticeship Program employer and take the next step in closing the skills gap. Thank you.
Did they sign something? Okay. Do I sign it? Oh, okay.
All right. I guess I signed here.
We didn't
where it says
practice
my
this
name.
part.
That's me.
Okay,
There
very
we
good.
go.
But we are going to get it.
There we go. Do I sign all three or just the one? All
Okay.
right.
And I get the honor of presenting you with a certificate for being a member and participating in the registration, certificate of registration for the apprenticeship program. We are so proud to have you.
Thank
Thank you very much. also, it's an honor for me to present you with the Certificate of Registration of Apprenticeship Program on behalf of the United States Department of Labor. So thank you so much. Okay, so I think we'll go ahead and open it up for questions on this topic.
Do you expect to recommend the status quo budget for apprenticeship programs, or anticipate dedicating more tax dollars?
Well, I can't answer that at this point, Kay, because I really am waiting until December when the Revenue Estimating Conference meets, and that's when I'll have the amount of revenue that we'll build our budget from. I can tell you that, one of our top 4 priorities is making sure that we get Iowans the skills for the jobs of today as well as the jobs of tomorrow, and really focused on underrepresented, underserved, and really help elevate Iowans and provide opportunities for them to have a great career and a great quality of life. And so even with limited resources, your budget should reflect what your priorities are. And so that's what we'll be looking at as we sit down to put our program together. And, the Future Ready Alliance is how we're going to do that. The Future Ready Iowa is how we're going to do that. And so that'll be hopefully a significant part of my program moving forward also.
So Lieutenant Governor's going to climb the tower and then go to the winery.
Yeah, I think the order is appropriate, right? Yeah. And I don't really like heights, so I think it's appropriate. There's the role for the lieutenant governor, right? You climb. I put all the paraphernalia on, and it is quite heavy what they have to deal with when they are climbing the towers. But I didn't climb the tower, so yeah, I think so too. I just want to say thank you. I mean, on the call yesterday for the task force, it is a public-private partnership, and we need business and industry, and they are stepping forward and looking for opportunities where they can really be a partner in helping get Iowans the skills that they need to fill the jobs that are available today. So I just, again, want to commend you for being a leader in this. I know you've been involved with the Home Base Iowa initiative also. And so there's a lot of different great programs going on that really are aligning right now. And I think we're going to be able to see some significant opportunities being offered to Iowans to help get them great careers. Okay. Any other questions? Yeah. So first of all, as I've made very clear, sexual harassment should not be tolerated, period. We have a zero tolerance sexual harassment policy. And, I want to commend them for taking steps to employ a human resource professional. The staffer that was at the center of the lawsuit is no longer working in the office. So we're taking some positive steps. However, I do believe that if there are additional facts that were not brought out through the trial process, being cognizant of personal information, I think that, we need to be transparent and open, and that they should release that information. I have not. Well, I just said that. I think that it should. If this is new information that was not brought out through the trial process, then I think that it should be made public. I understand that we need to be cognizant of personal information, but I think there's a way to do that where you can protect personal information, and I think that they need to do that. We are held accountable in the executive branch. We really try very hard to be transparent and open, and I think that's how it should be. I have said that I think that it should be. Yeah, they know that. Yes.
On the related subject, on new hire, the human resources professional. Initially, Senator Dixon said we would be working with the Department of Administrative Services. That would have provided a kind of outside entity so that you wouldn't have, if they go ahead with this, what you'll have is someone who maybe has a complaint. They're going to be, the human resources person is going to be reporting to the people who might be complaining about. So, do you think that do you really think that's adequate?
Well,
they should have taken
Well, so it's my understanding that whoever that individual is, they'll report to the clerk of the Senate and the clerk of the House. So that's who their direct report will be. This is probably a question that you need to ask the legislature. They've worked with DAS between the two agencies. They resulted in the decision that they came to. So I can't speculate on why they reached that decision. That's really a question that you need to ask them and let them talk about why they chose the route that they did.
Governor, yesterday we saw that note that went out to the DNR staff about those 4 employees who have been let go. Do you expect that because you all don't want to do big across the board cuts like Governor Holder had done, should we expect these kind of small trickle announcements periodically as you all adjust staff based on revenues?
Well, first of all, I have a lot of confidence in the directors of the various agencies across this state. We have the best of the best. And I've said that from the beginning. And so, they have the responsibility to manage each of their reflected budgets with the revenue that we have to work with. And so they'll have to take a look at how they're providing the services to Iowans and how they can continue to provide efficient and effective services to Iowans within their department. But I have confidence in my directors to make those very decisions. And so I'm not micromanaging them. They understand what the vision is. You hire the best, you articulate that vision, and then you empower them to go out there and execute. And that's what they're doing on a daily basis. And so I'm not going to second guess what they're doing.
But do you see, I think.
Well, I don't know. It's going to be
more of these.
Well, it's a case by case. We don't know yet. The revenue estimating conference met in October. That's a snapshot in time. What we saw through the accrual period was there was a lot of volatility and fluctuation. I'm focused every day working with our various agencies to do everything that we can to grow the economy, to the registered apprenticeship program that we're talking about today. These businesses, they're growing. They're optimistic about the future. They don't see, they're positive about significant extended growth going forward. Biggest barrier right now is workforce. So they can't innovate, they can't grow to the capacity that they can. And so that'll go a long way in helping us address some of the economic issues that we're currently facing in the state. Tax reform, we want to take a look at that. We're watching very closely what the federal government is doing. And we want to continue to move forward with that. We want to make sure that we have the most competitive business environment. We're working on that. Broadband connectivity, tax reform. And making sure we have a pipeline of talent ready to meet the need as we continue to look for ways to grow the economy. So you can't just, they have to deal with what the reality is right now, but we're continually working on how we can grow the economy. Well, the legislature passed this cost containment provision in the last legislative session. And by doing that, that really allows Director Foxhoven to significantly manage the dollars, the cost of providing services. So, it's been debated. They passed it last year. I would hope that they were able to move forward with it. But I don't know. They're in the process right now, so we'll have to wait and see what happens. I don't think it's unreasonable. And it was really one of the ways that we've been able to, over the last 10 years, a cost in fee-for-service and Medicaid was increasing on an average about 10.7%. And we were able to sign contracts at 3.3%. So it's because of those cost containment parameters that we were able to do that. I mean, that's a piece of it.
During a news conference outdoors, so it was warm, so it must have been sunny, you told us that you did not know about Kirsten Anderson's
Right.
situation.
Right.
Have you thought about that and about what you might tell other senators now, and as a manager now of the entirety of state government?
Mhm.
Thought about how we might advise people to have your ears wider open?
Yeah.
To hear those kinds of things that are going on?
Well, first of all, what I said, and I think actually it was even in here, I mean, I can't remember, but I was not aware of any of that taking place the short time that I was in the United States, in the state Senate. I didn't want to go to the United States Senate. No desire to go there, just to clarify that. But I also said that doesn't mean that it wasn't happening. I just was not aware of it Kirsten had never said anything to me, so I just was not aware of it. And that was in 2008 and 2009. But I think in light of what we're hearing, whether it's Hollywood or whether it's the media or whether it's business or whether it's elected officials, I think what we've seen play out over the last month is just a big, big reminder that we all have a role to play in this and that we all need to be diligent in making sure that nobody uses their title or their power to manipulate, harass, or in any way abuse not only women but a man as far as that goes. Nobody should be able to use their title in that manner. And so I think we all just need to, I think as this is playing out, we're seeing more and more things take place. Zero tolerance policies. Senator Grassley, working with the Senator Klobuchar, passed anti-harassment training at the United States Senate. They have to, that's for the senators, the staff, and the interns, and they have to watch it, and then they have to certify that they did it. And that's okay. I had somebody on the call-in last night say that's ridiculous. No, we need to make sure that we are clear on what we should know, but in case somebody is just ambiguous into what should actually take place in the workforce, let's make sure that you're clear, you know what the rules are, and then if they're not followed, there will be consequences. The human resource professional. So we're taking steps in the right direction to address this, and I think that's what we need to continue to do. I'm not. Well, they've hired a human professional, human resource professional. So I'm aware of that. And the staffer that was at question is no longer there. I'm aware of that. So they have taken, those are the steps that I'm aware of. And I salute them for doing that. That's steps in the right direction.
It's time for one more.
Okay, well, before I head out, though, I just want to do one kind of thing. I'm going to be out the rest of the week. I'll be back on Friday. I think maybe we're doing budget hearings on Friday. We get up early and come back, but I am heading to Texas for the RGA. And so I will be wearing this as I head into hostile territory to make sure that it's well known that it's time to free Bill. And we need to move on. He is a great Secretary of Ed. He will do a great job representing farmers and ranchers all across this country. And as far as I know, Texas has quite a few of them too. So it's time to free Bill, and let's move on. And we're going to be supporting the Free Bill t-shirt as I head into Texas.